This is one of the most unique looking hack and slash games I've played. Almost everything looks hand-drawn like a moving sketchbook, yet the core loop feels close to Diablo or Path of Exile. In this video I will show you and explain what Striving for Light is, and you can tell me later what do you think about it. Striving for Light is an action RPG with a slow opening and a big payoff later. The first hour is simple and not very demanding, but once your build starts to click, the speed and damage ramp up fast and the game shows its real charm. You begin by choosing a class. At first there are only two, with more to unlock as you progress. Each class leans into a style, stronger in melee, tougher defense or better ranged damage. And your early choice shapes the whole run. The main progression sits on a sprawling skill grid. From a central node, you buy connected modules with level up points. Each purchase reveals a few new modules and nearby branches, but the options are partially random. Sometimes you get exactly what you want. Sometimes the game offers a perk for a path you are not building. There are two big lanes in practice, green for close combat builds, blue for range or magic. Those lanes also map to two resource bars. Stamina fuels melee skills and energy fuels range skills. Higher tier weapons and passive often increase the cost of swing or shoot, so you must invest in bigger bars and faster regen to keep your build firing. Hybrid modules exist too, boosting both stamina and energy. The grid is more flexible than it first looks. During runs you find special skills that link branches together, letting you skip weak nodes and reach the perks you actually want. You also collect several types of enchantment stones that can reroll modules, create new connections or transform a dead end into something useful. If you are overbought and your build feels too expensive to run, you can even toggle individual modules off with a click. That lowers costs and removes passives you no longer need, at the price of the points you spend to reach them. It's a generous system that encourages experimenting without forcing a reset. Out in the world, the camera is high, slightly isometric view over moody maps. Movement and attacks are straightforward, click or hold to strike, dash to evade, but reading some enemy tells can be tricky at first because of the sketchy style. You learn fast, regular mobs come in variants with extra moves or hazards, and a light version keeps you on your toes with more health and modified patterns. Each map includes at least one mini-boss that drops a key for a reward chest at the exit, and after clearing the map you step into a boss arena. Early bosses are simple once your build is online. Learn the pattern, dash to the big attacks, pour damage, done. Deeper in, they scale in health and damage and start to punish mistakes, but their core mechanics usually repeat. The real tension comes from pressure and numbers rather than puzzle-like fights. Between maps you can raise the stakes. Before entering the next area you spend special map modifiers to change rules, add more enemies, boost their health, raise allied chances, and in return earn extra experience or loot. Different tokens types randomize different parts of the challenge, so runs don't feel identical. Levels themselves are procedurally generated with events sprinkled across them. Challenge rooms, wave arenas, corruption zones and small story encounters. These events are always about combat in the end, but they are worth doing because they hand out resources, new modules, fresh weapons or precious heart for your health pool. Health is presented in hearts. On normal node you also have shields on top, so your first mistakes drain shields and send you back to town rather than end the run. On hardcore there are only hearts from the start and death is permanent for that character. Either way, later zones hit hard. Sometimes a single bad hit can erase several hearts. Balance comes from a mix of more hearts, better resource bars, faster dash recovery and perks that reduce incoming damage or heal on kill. The hub town ties the loop together. After bosses or a death, you return to a small street with a key NPC. The blacksmith offers random gear in exchange for light, a special currency you earn by defeating tough enemies and doing events. The mystic helps you unlock more skills and systems. An old man you rescue becomes a resource trader, turning surplus materials into chances at better drops. Light is also how you buy permanent account-wide upgrades on the life tree. Things like better regen or better damage. Because so many things use the same currency, you face interesting choices. Do you spend light now on a weapon or save for a big permanent unlock? This decision is up to you. Combat pace changes a lot as you grow. Early zones can feel slow, with small packs and basic weapons. Later, the screen fills with enemies. Your projectiles chain across groups, your melee combo chew through lines, and you are dashing, waving and triggering skills on cooldown. This is when striving for light really shines. Companions add spice too, summoned beasts or helpers that join the fight once you unlock them on the grid. If you want even more control over difficulty and rewards, push your map modifiers harder or target events that spawn extra elites for big XP and better loot. There is more around the edges. Leaderboards exist if you play online, and you can tag your profile for visibility, which is a nice touch for streamers and YouTubers. Co-op is supported, so you can share runs with a friend and combine builds. After all, it's not perfect. The opening hours are gentle to a fault, and some people will want a stiffer challenge sooner. Boss design is really more on scaling than on surprise, so veterans will cut them down once their builds are tuned. The health system can feel swingy when later enemies chunk multiple hearts in a single mistake. And while the art is cool, however you need to get used to it, a few enemy animations are hard to read until your eye adjusts. Still, the core loop, kill, level, reshape your grid, dive deeper, has a satisfying rhythm, and the ability to reroute and toggle modules keeps story crafting fresh instead of frustrating. If you enjoy ARPGs that mix familiar hack and slash action with a flexible, semi-random skill web, Striving for Light is easy to recommend. It rewards patience, it scales well once you find your pace, and it keeps adding content. It's a thoughtful, hand-drawn spin on the genre that grows the longer you stay with it. Go to the description, there is a link to the game, and you can leave a like or tell me in the comments what do you think about the game. See ya, bye.